it, right? This is a Passover season. Passover. I need all of you to open up your mind right now. I need all of you to open up your mind, ground yourself. We got to go somewhere. I got to take you somewhere. I got to journey somewhere. But before I go forward, I need to pray. I need to pray. I need to pray. I need to call on the Spirit, because right now I'm so in the Spirit on some matters right now that I need to make sure that you guys are covering me as well as yourself right now. So Father God, we come before you right now. We come before you right now, God. We come before you right now. We right here where you calling us to be right now. God, I'm asking that you will cover our minds right now, Lord. Don't let thoughts seep into our thoughts and our minds right now, God. I ask that you will clear any and everything out that will hinder us, harm us. Some of the stuff that's input it inside of our minds right now, God. It allows us to make choices that's not good. It allows us to complain. It allows us to be frustrated. It allows us to act in confusion right now because everything is not working together. We asking that your Spirit will fall fresh on us right now. Enable our ears that we might hear what you will have for us to hear right now. Cover our eyes right now. What does that really mean when we say cover? That means, God, we're dependent on you right now. There's so much the world is marketing to us right now, advertising to us right now. It has us chasing things. It has us going after things. And even when we obtain the things, it does not give us the sensation that we desire to have. Come on, y'all. We have to be honest right now. We have to be honest in this position as I'm being honest, God, and I'm asking that you will cover us. We say stuff out of our mouth. Come on, y'all. And we don't think about the stuff we saying. The words that already been released. We can't capture those words. We can't even sit back and call it back. It done released. It done more damage than it has healed. Come on, y'all. And God, I'm asking that you will help us with our words, our communication right now. We done text some stuff and that text is done went out. We can't change anything because our feelings was in it. Our emotion was in it. What is our feelings? Well, our feelings and our emotions is part of our attitude. This is why everything is off. And God, we asking that you will sit here and realign us right now. But our heart is in trouble right now. Our heart is being troubled right now. There's a lot going on in the world right now, God, and I'm asking that you will just guide us at this present time right now. You will connect us right now at this present time right now. Release from us anything that needs to be released from us right now at this present time. We want to be better. We want to do more, but we need more of you right now. It gets difficult for some of us, and we need you. So fall fresh on us, God. And we'll continue to honor you in your son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen. What's going on, you guys? Peace and blessings. This is the Rude Awakening. I got to jump right into it. I need to give you guys a little grounding on what I'm saying before I even say it. 9 years ago, I was in a coma. I told you guys March is a very critical time for a lot of us. It's a lot of critical time for a lot of us. Come on, track this right quick. You guys, we are the Invisible Crown Army. We are on the battlefield. The battlefield is called life. We have to push our way through 2022. I'm just going to call it like it is. We've been doing this. We've been faithful, right? We cannot lose right now. We cannot lose focus right now. Some of us, we done gained some plunder. Some of us, we done grew more. Some of us, we might didn't grow more financially, but we grew more in terms of our thoughts. We're more grounded right now. We don't complain. Some of us, we done lived in the worstest conditions. We know we better, but God has us sitting here a little longer because he's making us a little stronger. So when we get released, we will have something to remember behind us. We will have something to say, hey, you remember when I was staying in that little studio apartment and it was 5 of us? Come on, y'all. Your mama and them had this story. I remember we had 3 bunk beds, top by that means 6 beds living in the dining room. Come on, Kim. You know exactly what I'm saying right now. My mama had that little sheet up covering the little door. She turned the dining room, had a little rope going across, put the sheet up. She had the dining room turned into a bedroom. Y'all don't understand what I'm trying to express to you right now. I'm saying you gonna need a moment. You gonna need something. And some of those moments are what you in right now. He's not removing us until this has done what it's supposed to do right now. It is our job to correct anything that's off. But guess what? We can't correct anything till we first be convicted by everything. And what do I mean? That we made these choices. We've been here. Let's get past the relationship with others. Many people think I'm talking about relationship with others. Relationship with anybody else start with the relationship with yourself. You treat others as you treat yourself. I know the Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. First of all, we struggle with the word love. Others, we struggle with who our neighbor is. Well, if I'm in trouble, I don't have nobody, so is these people my neighbors? What can I call on my neighbors for? Do I supposed to call on my neighbors for anything? You see, this is the type of individual that I am. I am someone that I would ask the questions with myself. This is what I am, my life coach, really is built on right now. I told you it's a mental health tool that allows you to first think about what's going on. It allows you to have ownership over your thoughts before you move right now, okay? So what am I saying? I'm saying that we have a foundation built. And for some of us, we have grew in other areas. We need to find the areas that we have grew in. Some of you over how much your job pay you. You realize they don't pay you enough at all, right? But it have not stopped you from being you. It has not hindered you in any form or fashion. That right there is enough to sit here and say checkmate on. What am I doing? I'm trying to build you up, get you some momentum. So when we get released, then we won't have to come back to this, because we have to go forward and we have to march forward. This is a Passover season. This is a Passover week. I found something. I told you guys early on, I've been hitting on this thing, but it came full-fledged today, right? Full-fledged. I got two things I want to zip it to you real quick, and then I'm done with it, right? So one, go to Philippians 4, and I'm going to close it out. Philippians 4. Wait. He said, don't go to Philippians 4 yet. Go to Exodus 12. Now, you know, this get real scary when the Lord tell you to go to Exodus, right? He tell you to go to Exodus. Remember, I keep telling you about this Passover. Right? For many of you, you don't know this. Let me tell you something. On my little playlist that I've been playing for the last 4-something years on this feed, one of the songs is called March 14th. My son, 2 weeks ago, sent me this song. Now, I thought he just sent the song and it was like, oh, it's by Drake. I'm like, oh, okay, right? I'm like, oh, he sent this song. That's good, right? So he asked me a couple of days later, he said, Dad, did you get my song? I sit back and I listen to the song and I'm like, wait a minute, that ain't your song. That's my song, right? That's my song, right? That's my song, right? But then I thought about what he was really saying. He said, that's the day that I leave and go to the Marines, right? That's the day I go to the Marines, March 14th. So for 4 years, I've been speaking on March 14th, right? This is the time I've been in a coma, right? If you recall this song right here I'm playing, I'm all alone, right? No one to cry on. Listen to this. Felicia, you better listen. I need shelter from the rain, right? To ease my pain. Y'all probably didn't know about this. I'm changing from a boy to a man. For some of you, from a girl to a woman. Let's go, right? So he sent me this song. He's gone to the Marines. He's going to be there for 90 days, right? Working on himself, training. People asking me, you know, how do you feel? How does this make you feel, right? And other people asking, do you miss him, right? What's going on? He's going to come back changed. My auntie Dorothy, she lets me know he's going to be a whole new person. My question is, what is it going to take to make you a whole new person? What you going to have to do to go to your whole next level? Me, I never give an answer when they ask me about him, because I had to level up above him. If he going into training, I'm going into training too. What do you think we put this feed line together for? Why do you think we even here on this broadcast? Do you think we supposed to get better on our own? For some of you, you better start looking at your next level. Now ask yourself, what do you need to do in order to get to this next level. That's why we here. That's the grounding right now. What you gonna do to get to this next level? What you gonna change in order to make this thing happen? Because if we stay here, yes, I will be hurt. If I stay here, yes, I will be broken. If I stay here, yes, I'll be like, man, my son is gone. He's out pursuing his dreams. And yet I'm still on these broadcasts talking to the same people like, hey, y'all good? No, we ain't good. We have to make sure we get to where we need to be. We have dreams that we're trying to establish. I don't want to just chase a dream. I want to live in the dream. Each and every day is a process right now. It's progress that we're making right now. Take your eyes off of what you want and put your eyes back on what you have right now. Today, we have an opportunity to do bigger, better, and greater things in our life. This is when we do some readjustments right now. This is when we take full control of everything. The narrative is what I'm talking about. I need you guys to journey with me. If you got a Bible out, you can open that thing up. Turn to Exodus 12. Let's go. Exodus 12. Listen to this. I've been trying to tell you guys this. No, I don't act like I'm the one that's just sent, that's just dropped out. I don't know why I'm here, to be honest with you. I know I'm here to work with some people, and some of you will be called to me as I will be called to you, right? Listen to this. Exodus 12, verse 2. This month is to be for you the first month of the year. Stop right here. I expressed to many of you that I talk to, you know how you celebrate Christmas and be like, oh, Christmas is coming up. Christmas, this is the Christmas season, right? And then you go into New Year. Happy New Year, right? I told you that's not the new year. The new year is in March. This is the third month. We in the first quarter. This is the Passover leading up to Jesus Christ. Remember they said death, right? Remember everybody, we celebrate the birthdays, right? But it actually says the homegoing is when you leave and return back to the Father. The homegoing. This is why when they say he died on this day and he rose again, but it was the leading up to the death, right? Leading up to the death of Jesus Christ, right? The crucifixion. He just didn't go on the ground on one day. What led up to this? Stop right there. Let's ask yourself, let's flip the script real quick. What's leading up to your next level? What's leading up to you having to make some decisions that's been hard for you to make right now? Is this going to be the year that it happens for you? Something is leading up to this. Somebody is pushing you. Somebody is pressing you. Somebody is testing you. And it's about time you stop for a second, because some of you are on the edge. And what do I mean by on the edge? You right here where you finna make a decision. And once that decision is made, it says whatever is loosed in heaven is loosed on earth, is loosed in heaven. Whatever is loosed in heaven is loosed on earth. Whatever you bound on earth is bound in heaven. So when you sit here and make your decision and you say, I'm done, that I'm done went up top and it came down low. So anything that connects to you will release you, because you already decreed and declared that you was done. Unfortunately, some of us, we done release things, but our mind is still playing out some stuff as if it's still active. It's not active anymore. That stuff has been released. That stuff is gone. And now we sitting here in la-la land, not knowing which way we going, why we need to go this way. Are we going left? Are we going right? Are we going forward? Or are we going back? North, south, east, and west. That's called a compass. And what am I saying? I'm saying the spirit has to be our compass right now. I Am My Life Coach is a grounding. It's a mindset. It allows you to activate the compass so you can see exactly where you're going. You can see yourself out of stuff that you done got yourself in. Ain't no sense of walking around here in circles. Or what am I saying? It says, let the first month, this is the first month, right? This month will be the first month of the first year. I'm telling you guys, this is spiritual. Let's go. Work with me as I work with you, right? It says, tell the whole community this, right, of Israel, that on the 10th day of this month, right, each man should take a lamb. Now notice, We finna talk about some Passover stuff. This is the rude awakening right now. If you don't like what I'm saying, truth be told, you ain't here to like it. You here to get it. So you will understand it one day. It says take a lamb, right? Each family, what they got to do? They got to take that lamb, share it with your neighbors, right? I don't know if everybody doing this, but I'm telling you guys, we own to something. Watch this. God will not give me this for you if this wasn't for God. He giving it to me. I'm sharing it with you. He said, listen, go down, right? It said, take this lamb, and it says you ought to determine the amount of lamb needed in accordance to what each person eat, right? Watch this, verse 6. Take care of them until the 14th day of the month. Stop right there. You see this 14th day? March 14th. Let's stop right here. Here's March 14th. Now, to this build-up, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This whole week gets real off track for me. And I'm starting to understand why. Okay, this is Lent season. Okay, I built you guys up in that way. I said this is the Passover season, right? March 14th is the starting point, okay? This is when I went into a coma. Watch this, right? This is, I know you guys looking at me like I'm like I've been saying the same thing. You got to hear this. Understanding comes over a period of time. Watch this. Take care of them until the 14th day, when all of the members, Invisible Crown Army, of the community of Israel must slaughter them at twilight, right? Then they ought to take some of the blood. Listen, they ought to take some of the blood and put it over the doorway. Put it over the doorway, right? What was going on is God was finna send, the Lord, a spirit through a destroyers, right? I always said that there's destroyers that's meant to come and tear down any and everything, right, that is not healthy, right? It's being already released into the world. For some of us, we are in the world, but we are allowed to defend ourselves. Y'all better get this thing. So they had to put the blood over the doorway. What am I saying? Some people speaking, they be like, in the blood. And that's too much for me. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not the covered under the blood, right? That's too much for me. I need a more better understanding, a more grounding. To understand the blood is to understand the opportunity that you have to be present in the choices that going on around you right now. Some of you, you're not scared to go into the hood. You're not scared to go into the gas station. You're not scared to go into the club. You're not scared to go out at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. You go out, you come in. Some people is, but not you. You are not scared to ride through the area right now. There's people shooting on the expressway, all type of stuff. And you ain't thinking nothing of it because some of us grew up in it. Come on, y'all. Y'all better get with me on this, man. I'm from Chicago. Listen to me. It don't matter where you from. I need you guys to get humble right now, right? It says put this blood over your doorway, right? Over your door frame of your house. This is your house right here, right now. Watch this. The same way, right? It says, do not eat the meat. Okay, let's go down. I want to spook you out. Verse 10, do not leave any until the morning. If some of us left till the morning, you must burn it, right? Here go the sacrifices now, right? Here go the sacrifices. Keep going. Here go verse 12. Verse 12. Exodus 12:12. For y'all people that love them numbers, you know, the number 12 mean, the number 11 mean, you ain't studied not one number in school at all. But now you want to sit here and act like you're an astrologer, right? Verse 12:12. On the same night, I will pass through Egypt. What am I saying? Your lower self, your lower nature, the things that you don't want to do, that you do, the attitude that you have that you don't want to have, the things that's going on in your life that you want to get rid of, right? But you still have not the things that you like. It still exists. It's just on a lower level called Egypt. Egypt is a mindset. Watch this. He said, this is the Lord talking. I'm going to go through Egypt and strike down everything firstborn of the people and the animals. And I will bring judgments on all the gods of Egypt. I am the Lord. Stop right there. You guys know that there's a higher self and there's a lower self. Higher self is the reign. That's the higher self. That's the reign. Now notice, lower self, which will be you, right? That's why heaven is the higher self. It's not the higher self up in the sky. It's the higher you, because each and every last one of you know what a better you looks like. Remember, what is it going to take for you in order to get to this level? What is it going to take to bring out the best in you? What is it going to take for you to change the narrative? What is it going to take to adjust your attitude? What is it going to take for you to love again without feeling like you got to tiptoe around something? When are you just going to be at peace and recognize that here I am the sacrifice. I'm the one that's bringing bigger, better, greater to whoever and whatever I'm around. When does it get to this point? Come on, y'all. Here you go. Let's press. Let's press and move forward. Come on, I'm teaching something that can't be taught. It got to be personal. It has to be personal. I am the Lord. The blood will be a sign for you on the house where you are. Stop right there. Some of you, where you are, where you at? See, they thinking, oh, go home and put it over your house. That's just where you sleep at. I'm talking about where you reside at in this thing called life. Where you at in life? Where you at in terms with some of the things with you and your family? Where you at in regards to the job, the employment, your finances, your emotions, your intelligence, the other areas? Come on, y'all. This thing is more than what you think it is. That's why you should really, really, really pay close attention. I get this energy because it's coming from my belly, but it's coming out so I can reach the ones that I need to reach. The others will reach me because you can connect to me based on the things that I'm saying. This broadcast will be broadcast right after this on YouTube, right? Verse 10, verse 13, the blood will be a sign for you and your house where you are. See, you need to know where you are. Where you are right now in your dreams, where you are right now in your thoughts, where you are right now in your feelings and emotion. Let's get those things working together. Stop. There's no one outside of you that can help you with what's going on the inside of you. The only one that can go on the inside of you will be you. But the only way to access that will be to be open, to be honest about where you at right now. Some of us, we don't know where we at right now, but I'm going to help you out. Watch this. It says, and when you see the blood, I will pass over. When I see, stop right there. When I see the blood, what do I mean? That means I done killed my bad behavior. I done killed off the fact that I'm no longer trying to chase what was. I'm trying to get to what is and trying to get to what will be, because I recognize what's behind me will never, never, never allow me to go ahead of what's in front of me right now. But if I can stop and I can pay attention, then I can get focused and make some readjustments. That's why we here on the Rude Awakening in the 3 o'clock hour on a Saturday, y'all. Come on, y'all, let's press. It says, when I see the blood, I will pass over. This is a Passover season. That means whatever your ignorance is that should have taken you out, some of the stuff you do should knock your wig off. It should knock your head back. It should sit you down. Some of you still hoping you don't go to jail for some of the things you done. This is the reason why some of us ain't entered into some more sacred type things, is because there's other things that got a hold on you. You're not finna get in the land of purity and you still sit here and got some of that dirt and debris on you. What am I talking about, dirt and debris? I'm talking about your selfish ways. I'm talking about your frustration. It takes absolutely nothing to make you snap. You pop your lips, you ready. Somebody come at you, you ready to come at them back. Somebody, you want to return evil for evil. This is the foolishness that has to stop. Somebody try to give you some good advice. You trying to question the advice when the advice is actually for you. Advice is called listen. Just listen. This is the season, remember I told you, of being seen. You will see your strength and your weakness. I told you, you're going to have to stop, look, and listen. And I said in the first quarter, stop, look, and listen. This is a Passover. Stop, look, and listen so it can pass over you and it doesn't come and destroy you. Some stuff will come and destroy you and take you out. Remember, there's a scripture, it says, the axe is at the tree, all ready to cut it down. Anything that's not fruitful, it will be cut down. Some of the things in our life, if it ain't went past the period of time, I would like to say 2 years, then the Lord said the axe has already sliced it down. So this is why nothing birthed out of us in some areas of finances or in other areas in our life, because our thinking still creates stuff that's not fruitful. right? So we have to monitor what comes out of our mouth. We have to monitor every thought. He said you have to take captive every thought, right? Because it produces something. Watch what you say out your mouth. Some people, I have heard somebody say this last past couple of days ago. They said, if I would have known this, I could have just stayed where I was at. Stop right there. And guess what? The universe says, your wish is my command. And it takes you right back to the starting point. Some people was walking with you in life, and they said, so y'all had one bad connection, y'all had one communication where y'all didn't agree with each other, and somebody said, I could have just stayed where I was at. And guess what? That's the attitude you have with your God. You have that same attitude where if you're not going to take me here, or if you're not going to let me level up, if you're not giving me what I could have just stayed where I was at. No, you don't want to stay where you was at. You do not want to stay where you was at. Where you was at does not produce anything. Where you was at does not bring anything to you. You will starve where you at. And some people are willing to say so. Some people to say, you know what? I'm good on my own. Stop right here. Listen. I don't need to hear all that, but if you're around me, listen, let's just put our eyes back on God. Take your eyes off of you. This is why it's so important to get over you and make it bigger than you. Stop doing it for the picture and start doing it for the bigger picture. That way it can override some of your personal hurts, some of your personal disappointment right now. Because if you put your attention on people, you will be disappointed every time. Let's go, y'all. We got to press. Listen to this. The Lord said, I will pass over. See, that's not the devil. That is the Lord who determined what needs to be tore down in your life, right? So watch this. Verse 12, 13. The blood will be a sign for you on your house where you are. Stop. Where you are. This is why I try to tell the Invisible Crown Army. Just make sure you good. See, we keep going off of this we thing, and you got to start with you. A lot of you got the people connected to you, right? But what's important is who you connect to. See, who you connect to is your power. Who connects to you is their power. What am I saying? Do not be drawn by what connects to you. You better be drawn to who you connect to. Because at the same time, you need to always make sure you going after what you need. You reaching for what you need. You discern what you need. That's why I keep my eyes on God. And if he rests his spirit on someone, then guess what? I have the Lord in that moment, in that body, and that's the one that I should be listening to. That's the one that I'm saying, hey, what you think about this? What you think about that? That's the Lord talking, because that's the one who governor my life. Let's go, y'all. We got to press. I got to get somewhere. He said, I will pass over you no destructive plague. You remember Revelations? You remember them little horses that went out? Who you think command them horses? You ain't never thought about this, have you? No, you have not. It says, no destructive plagues will touch you when I strike Egypt. Egypt is a mindset. When who is I? Higher self. Who is Egypt? Lower self. You and what's been taught to you, whether that was through religion, whether that was through community, whether that was through culture, through family, no matter how you look at it, that is lower self. And higher self, which will be Christ. He said, I will not strike you. Come on, y'all, let's go. On the 14th day, remember, March 14th, I told you that this day was very important. The Lord showed me this. It says, this is the day you are commemorated for the generations to come. You shall celebrate it as a festival to the Lord, a lasting ordinance. Do that explain the coma now? Do you see why I'm here talking now? Sacrifice. Okay? It says a lasting ordinance. Verse 15. 7 days you are to eat the bread without the yeast, right? First day. Now notice, this says some of us, you don't even know nothing about this. You know nothing about this. You just hear about it on Sundays. Keep reading. Watch this. On the first day, hold a sacred assembly. On the 7th day, on another one, on the 7th day. Do no work on all these days except prepare yourself. Scroll down. We go into verse 23. When the Lord goes through the land to strike down the Egyptians, come on, y'all. Pharaoh, I'm an Egyptian, I'm from Africa, wherever you from, don't matter. He will see the blood on the top and on the side of the frame. I don't want to scare you. And will pass over the doorway. Pass over. Let me get to something else. Pass over. He will pass over. Thank you, Felicia. He will pass over. Listen to this. And he will not permit the destroyer. Stop right there. I explained this thing years ago. I said, there's ministering angels and there's destroyers. Servants of flames, right? Servants of flames and destroyers. Here's one of the examples where I'm showing you that there's something called the destroyer that's released to carry out what the Lord is asking and requesting to be carried out, right? It says the destroyer. He will not permit the destroyer. You better listen to this. Sonia, listen to this. It says, the Lord will not permit the destroyer to enter your house and strike you down. Death angel has came into all of our families before, okay? The sickness angels has entered into our families before already. Some people, we done already experienced death in our family. We done already experienced sickness in our family. Do you see what I'm trying to get you to see now? Please tell me you understand this. We're trying to get the Passover so that God can overlook some of the ignorance and some of the stuff that we did, that we didn't know we did, that we should get a spanking for it. We should get penalized for it. So this is what the Passover is all about. He don't charge you with what you should be charged with, especially when you did what you done. And what am I saying? What you did is what you done. Because what you did and what you done have not produced the outcome for you. And when he comes to visit you, you shall have fruits from the labor. But some of you, you don't have fruits because you have not labored. Remember, I told you what you value, you have to bring value. Remember, I said there's another level. What you gonna do to get to the another level is inside of you. You need an idea. You need a plan. You need a compass. You're not going from here to here without a change in something. You need a sacrifice. There's a song by Tasha Cobbs. It says, you provide the fire. Stop right there. The Lord right here just told you, I'm the fire. I got destroyers already ready, right? But you gonna prepare the sacrifice. What you finna sacrifice? Are you gonna sacrifice some of these people you call friends? Won't you just not call them friends and don't call them nothing, right? I'm gonna sacrifice my friends. Why would you do that? Because you got some real friends and they call friends too. You're gonna have to change the understanding to your friends. How about that? Right? So what can you sacrifice? What can you give God as a sacrifice to let him know I'm not going to eat for 30 days? Guess what? He's so over you eating. He don't care about that eating stuff. You just need to watch what you eat. Some people, you know what? I'm not doing anything. I'm going celibate. How much of that little thing you was giving out that you need to punish that? You trying to punish what's between your legs. That's not the problem. The problem is this. This is the problem. How you have associated your happiness with what's between your legs. How you have associated your satisfaction with what goes in your belly. Come on, y'all. This is the real sacrifice right here. You prepare the fire. You provide the fire. And come on, y'all, prepare the sacrifice. What are you preparing in this present time is very important right now. We got to get this thing down packed. I got to make sure you guys understand exactly what you saying and why you saying what you saying. Things is getting heated right now. I wish I could do this feed all over again because it's so important. It's so important that we stay on point right now. And for some of you that's been with me, and I know you guys know that this has been a journey for me. Listen, this is real, guys. This is so real. Listen to this. Let me press further. I started late, so I got a little more time. I started late. It says, I will strike down everything, right? When I go through the land, I'm going to strike down the Egyptian. He will see the blood on the top and the side door frames, right? That means the top of what you are right now, what you done built, and the sides, that's your infrastructure. That means what you built on, right? I'm going to strike it down. I'm going to go past that. He will not permit the destroyers to go into your house and strike it down. Obey these instructions as a lasting ordinance for you and your descendants. That means, you guys, this week, you better mark this on your calendar for the rest of your life. This is your starting point right here. This is where you start. He said, when I enter the land that the Lord will give you as a promise, observe this ceremony. That means this is the Passover time right now. Hold your position. What you've been waiting on comes after this. It's about to happen for you. It's about to happen for you. You better understand this part. Listen to this. And it says, and when your children ask, what does this ceremony means to you? Stop right there. That's the question. What does this ceremony mean to you? Notice we ain't got to Easter yet. We ain't got to the death of Christ yet. This is the leading up to this. This is when you come up out of this, sitting at the table. Remember they was at the table the Last Supper? This is when the last time you decided to stay in a low bottom area. This is when you had that dream one more time. God, when you give it to me this time, I know exactly what I'm going to do because you done told me. I dreamed about this. I feel this in my bones. I know bigger, better, greater exists for me. I'm not going to allow what's going on around me to dictate what I should have and what I should be thinking about. Some of us, we cannot allow what's been going on. Right? It's not over for us. There's more for us. I'll show you. Watch this. Didn't I tell you? It is the Passover. Right? Who's passed over the house of the Israelites in Egypt and spared us. He struck them down. Then the people bowed down, and what they do? They worship. I don't want nobody to understand. I am my life coach on tour. Okay, not yours. There you go, Sonia. The people bowed down and worshiped. The Israelites did just what the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron. During the night, Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron and said, up, leave my people. You and the Israelites go. Worship the Lord as you have requested. Take your flock and your herds as you have said and go. And also bless me. The Egyptians urged the people to hurry and leave the country, for otherwise they said, we will all die. What am I saying? God will tear up any and everything just to make sure you get to where you're supposed to be. But at the end of the day, some of the things that needed to be tore up, it wasn't the people outside of you. It was the stuff that was going on inside of you. Inside of your mind right now. Some of you, you're hurt at the wrong things. You're disappointed. Some of you, you feel abandoned. Some of you, even myself, feel lonely sometimes. You lonely because nobody understands you. Nobody's growing. Nobody's on the frequency right now. You know, and they realize, and you know, some people are happy to see you isolated like this. Not me. I want to see my people free. I want to see my people get deals. I want to see my people go out, explore the land. If you can, move. Do something that will bring change to not just you, but to everybody that connects to you. That's why this is the Passover period right now. And so in this Passover experience, I was hearing voices whispering in my ear saying, I got to send you back into the world. I asked God, why? Why are you sending me back? He said, because the people are asking for you. I said, well, God, you don't know what you don't know. And he said, then you teach them. So you guys, I come before you as a man sent by God, so I can teach you as I teach myself. Bigger, better, greater is something that you can definitely have. It is a mindset. It is an attitude. It keeps you wanting the best for not just you, but for everybody around you. There's no need to hate. There's no need to sit here and be jealous or envy anybody. We just got to make choices and decisions for the better. I just wish we would grow up. I believe that only way to grow up and make this transformation is we got to stand our grounds. We have to stand our grounds. And the last thing before I'm done with this is Philippians, right? Philippians. The last thing is Philippians, whatever this is. Philippians, what is this? Philippians 4. Philippians 4:6. So if you following with your scriptures, you want to go to Philippians 4:6. People are going to judge you guys for doing the right thing, right? And you have to be okay with that at this point. Because you don't want to live in a world without the Spirit. It's impossible to succeed. We all have done it. We all tried to live without God or without the Spirit, talking about God, but without the Spirit of God to assist us or support us. And that's why we got caught in a lot of the areas that we got caught in, right? Some of us are still caught in some areas. POW, prisoner of war, because you was fighting for things that you should have been won by now. The only way to win is to stop fighting. Surrender. Surrender to the process. Let somebody love you. Let somebody teach you. Let somebody show you. But see, if you keep fighting, you're fighting the help. You're fighting to help because it is totally different from what you've been accustomed to. Your customs don't allow people to love you genuinely. Your customs don't allow people to help support you. Your customs don't allow somebody to correct you because you want their what they want out the deal. What if I told you some people don't want anything from you because you ain't got nothing, right? The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Let's just break that down. If the devil come to kill something, then at least it has to be alive in order to kill it, right? But for many of us, if you don't have nothing alive, your heart not alive, your mind not alive, your relationship's not alive, right? You're not growing money not flowing into your accounts, right? I don't care if it's $2, $3 a day, ain't nothing ticking into your account right now. Your mouth don't water for anything, right? That means it's not alive. That means you dead. You don't have a desire to be romantic. You don't have a desire to cook. You don't have a desire to clean. That means you dead already. But when you are alive, the devil, he wants to come and kill that right there, because that right here that you're doing, being alive, puts you in position for more. It puts you in a position to be better. It puts you in a position to receive, right? He comes to kill, steal. Let's talk steal. To steal, that means to take it away. Well, what he has to steal? Something that has value. What do you value? First off, I am my life coach. You better know, you better value yourself. Time. Time is very important. Who you give your time to, I think who brings you peace should get most of your time. That's all I'm trying to explain to you. Time is important. What you value. But you see, the devil comes to steal what you value. Because what you value adds support. But if I take it from you, you have no support. Right? So he's trying to break down your defense system, right? Kill, steal, and what? Destroy. Destroy, remember the Lord? He sent in what? Destroyers. If you didn't have the blood, it took more than, I plead the blood. I plead the blood. Just say, no, I'm not interested in what you're saying right now. Oh, you know what? I'm done. I heard what you said. Thank you for your information. Take care. See, we don't know how to have a good conversation with people. We feel like we already got to be on some BS before we even have the conversation. We already, and I'm you know what? I'm about to go off on them. I ain't got to. That's the wrong attitude. That's not the mind of Christ, right? That's not the mind of Christ. So listen to this. Still, kill, and destroy. You only can destroy something that you built. We took the time out of Invisible Crown to build ourselves back up. Let's not allow somebody to destroy that part. That's one thing somebody can't take from you is you. But if you never took time to build you, then you're not as strong as you think you are. Because we lived as a human being inside of a vessel. but that vessel wasn't built on understanding. It wasn't built on truth right now. Remember, scriptures teaches you over and over and over again. Higher self, right? Conscious, the Lord, right? Higher self says, let those that have ears, it should be parentheses, to hear the truth. Let them hear. But some people don't want to hear the truth because they done already taught themselves, lower self, a lie. You done already taught yourself you think you all that. You already taught yourself you don't need nothing. You already taught yourself that, hey, you know what? I'm on my own. I'm got this. I'm to get them. You done already done lied to yourself. So the scriptures is saying, let those, invisible crown army, let those that have the ears for the truth. Many of you have the ears and the access for the truth at this point. Let them hear. That's why we here. Don't expect for many to be here. It says, let those that have the ears to hear the truth. Let them hear. Others will not hear. They won't hear you. So don't spend a lot of time, Felicia, Sonia, Melody. And I know some of you like, I don't spend a lot of time. It's more that people is going to be drawn to you. You're going to have to be able to go through and you're going to have to pick this thing the proper way, right? I'll close out here and I'm done. It says, Philippians 4:6, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, for some of you, you got to get in it in order to understand it. And some of you, you ain't been in, that's why ain't nothing changed. Get in your situation, right? You got to be in it and say, well, listen, this is my house that I'm in right now, but I outgrew the house that I'm in right now. Or I'm in here as a tenant, or I'm in this car that's actually is not working in my best interest, and I'm asking God for an upgrade. I'm asking you, God, can you upgrade me from whatever I'm in right now? Because the situation that I'm in is suffocating me. The person that I'm in is that I'm involved around, they're taking too much and they're trying to choke out of me the life in me, God. So it says get in the situation. And when you get in the situation, you have to what? By prayer, petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. Present it. That means you got to get in it in order to present it to God. That means some of you can't present nothing with the wrong attitude, because he's going to say, what's up with your attitude though? I heard what you said about them, but why you angry? But God, but why are you angry? Why are you upset? Why are you frustrated? Right? He says you can do all things through what? Through higher self. You can do all things. All you got to do is figure it out how you want to do it, what it's going to take, and present it to God. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, you do. And it says, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard. You see the protection now? Will guard your heart. Not this heart. Your heart is your lower self. He will guard that. Protect that for you. And the mind and your mind in Christ. See, I'm going to guard this and don't allow this to affect this. I'm going to guard this. That means, first off, I'm going to send in the troops. We're going to arrest your lower self, Felicia. And what's going to happen after we arrest it, we're going to set up a parameter, right? So as you put on, as this says right here, your mind in Christ, higher self, that means you no longer operating on lower self. I'm going to reroute you to higher self. And if lower self try to move against you, I'm going to press it back down. Come on, y'all. You better understand what I'm saying. This is it. I'm done on that one. That just wiped me out right there. It says, and the peace of God which transpire. Don't ask how he going to do it. Don't ask when he going to do it. Just know that he can do it, because he said he can do it. Before we even got here, it was already written that this was happening. He said, I will guard your heart and your mind in Christ. In other words, your heart is your lower self. Those are the things you used to like and the things you used to do. You guys, I appreciate everybody. This is my time. Like I said, I hope you understood the whole thing with the Passover. I hope you understood exactly what it was actually stating in this period of time. 7 days from the 14th all the way up until March the 21st. I came out of my coma March the 20th. My mom's birthday is March the 22nd, right? And I still was having all type of stuff going on. What am I saying? I'm not going to act like I know everything. I'm still waiting on God to explain more. But I know for a fact if he didn't bring me back, some of you I wouldn't even be talking to right now. I met Sonia around this time. She called my phone through Messenger, if y'all don't know. And she asked me to pray for her, and she ended up praying for me, but she asked me to pray for her. We was on the phone 2 hours that day. 2-3 hours coming back into this world. And I think that was one of the first conversations I actually took. And she was telling me what was going on. And I didn't fear her. I don't think she feared me at all, because you can't fear nobody you don't know. And I just think I was open. And in my openness is where I discovered not only a true person, but I experienced something within myself that I continue to fall in love with each and every day. And I'm so grateful that we can talk to Jehovah and we can ask him to fill us up, but we have to be able to open up to be filled up. And for some of us, we are empty right now, right? You know, I have a very, very good friend of mine, and they always say, you know, I'm asking God to squeeze me. And I'm just like, I don't know what a squeeze looks like from God. I'm asking God to hug me, love me. And no disrespect to that individual, but that's a relationship with God. Like, if you can ask God to squeeze me, but I can't ask nobody on earth to do something for me. My faith is in God that he will squeeze me, but I can't put no trust into the people around here to show up and do things on my behalf. That's where the issue comes in at. You guys knows this is spiritual. You guys know what we here to do. You know we don't want to hurt nobody, harm nobody. Ain't nobody trying to rob nobody. Ain't trying to hinder nobody. We here for bigger, better, greater. We here for love. We here for peace. We here for joy. We here for understanding. If they say we need to teach ourselves, guess what? That's what we doing right now. And I see that we're happy. I see that we're making progress. I see that we're going further than we ever went before. And for that right there, I think we need to focus on that part. I think we need to focus on what we have right now. Some of us, we have our minds back. We have the right idea. We have a compass. We have a concept. We have something that allows us to develop and does not feel like we're being left out. That's what we should be happy about. That's what we should be excited about. And for others, if we're not living where we want to live at, right? If we don't have the money that we think we should have right now, thank God that he don't allow us to dwell there. Even though we lack something, we still are being provided for. Even though we're not in the right location, we're still being taken care of. Until that time comes, we gonna continue to appreciate the things he do in us, for us, around us, right? But most importantly, you make sure you stay on the front line. You provide the spirit. I'll open up inside and I'm asking you to fill me up, right? You provide the fire and I'm gonna present the sacrifice. Come on, y'all. Find that sacrifice. Find that heartache. Find the things that continue to hurt you right now. The things that you complaining about, you got to surrender that. But once you give it over to God, once you give it to him, you can't go back and reclaim it no more. You got to understand that it's been burnt up, but in your mind, you still acting like it's still there. It is not there right now. We have freedom right now. You can move. You can go anywhere you want to go in this world. You can do anything you want to do. You can apply for any job you want to apply for, whether you eligible or not eligible, it does not stop you. The only question is, what are you about to do that's different right now? We need to, one, close your mouth. Me, I need to shut up. I need to be quiet sometimes and allow God to work on my behalf, right? For his name's sake. Thank you guys for the rude awakening. Peace and blessings. I see y'all on the Mighty Monday Meltdown. God's will, God's way. We'll be able to talk about something amazing. I hope you guys got this message. If you didn't, rewind it back. You might need to listen to it twice. Peace out.